Hi guys, Kaiser here, and welcome to my final YouTube upload of the Best of 7 series between JulianK and Frontline. Now let me set the stage. This is Game 7. JulianK lost the first 3 matches to Frontline. He had to be feeling the pressure as Frontline had all the momentum. But then, JulianK clawed his way back into the fight with 3 straight wins of his own, and is now threatening the reverse sweep with momentum of his own. Both players are feeling the pressure as they enter into the map Great Plains. And as they fight for all the marbles, one of the players decides to invest in a tactic that we don't often see, taking advantage of the map and the people living there. Will this out-of-the-box strategy work in this incredible final match? Let's find out.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back into it for the last game, for sure, of this best of 7. But stay tuned because we will cast game 4 that we couldn't cast right after this game. Between Frontline playing French against JulianK on the southern part of the map playing German. You cannot have a more classic matchup than this.
Oh, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Like, if we have some AoE 2 players here, this is your Huns War Arabia in AoE 3. Like, quite literally exactly that. As we have also, and the funny thing is, it's Great Plains, so it's really also the Arabia of AoE 3. It's a vanilla map, it's been in the game since the inception of AoE 3. A very interesting map, lots of resources, but as you can see, these large hunts are very far apart. So you have a lot of food on the map, but you are very susceptible to raids. You also have gold mines on the middle here on the map of this, I would say southeast, equidistant to both players. You have a lot of coin in base, 2,000 coin silver mine right of Cascade Range. It feels like everything in there. But again, this is a very large map, very open. There's basically no way to wall this map properly because you cannot put walls over a trade route.
Right.
So it's really a map that favors mobility and aggression. 2 things that both civilizations have plenty of.
And something that I think we've got to talk about is the psychological pressure on Frontline. He won the first 3 games in the series, and he's thinking, okay, I'm on a momentum, I'm on a roll. Just one more game, and I win this set over JulianK. And then now it's almost a reverse sweep. At this point, the pressure's on. Now they're both fighting for victory or defeat here in the series, and I can tell you, he's got to be sweating some bullets. He's got to be thinking to himself, I cannot lose after winning 3 games in a row. Not like this. Not like this.
Exactly. And I mean, I've been in Frontline's shoes in a mid-level tournament, and I can remember. I actually lost the reverse, and I can remember how soul-crushing this feels. Of I had this. How could I ever let that go? And I know Frontline has seen so much tournaments of AoE3, and even though he's so much more experienced than I am, I gotta say, he's feeling the heat right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know how I would feel if I were in JulianK's shoes. On the one hand, I feel a little bit relieved, like, all right, we took it this far, and now I've won 3 games in a row, and now it feels like I've got the momentum. But also, if you let up, if you relax, breathe easy, you just relax a little too much, and you let it slip out from under your fingers one time, you lose the series that you worked so hard to get to this point. So the pressure's on for both players to bring their A game and to bring this thing home.
And you're absolutely right. And also keep in mind, as I said, this is your Huns War Arabia. And
Right.
when you lose this kind of map, it almost feels like, no, bro, it's not the match. It's not the matchup. It's
Right.
you as a player. It's like you lost the skill-based matchup.
Yeah.
It just feels horrible all the way. And let's look at the deck. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say this is gonna be a wild match. I cannot imagine what it'd be like to be either player here. Like you, I've played in a tournament or two in my own time, and yeah, I know the pressure to be in either player situation has to be pretty immense right now. And to their credit, I mean they're both pro players. They have played this game a lot. They've been in this situation before, and I think that's part of what makes you a pro player. I mean, it's one thing to have the AoE3 skill, the raw talent, but I think part of being a pro, of being so good at this game, is that mental fortitude, for being able to keep calm and cool under pressure. They're being challenged in that way now in Game 7.
I'm sorry, what? Frontline, what's happening? All right. A bit of context. You're in Game 7 of this best of 7. Everything is on the line. And right now, you're trading what can be argued as the worst cavalry unit in the entire game?
He'll never see it coming.
What? I'm sorry, Frontline, what's happening?
So this is H2, Cheyenne Rider coming out. And obviously, let's see, so Frontline. So we know that JulianK, he's going to get Ulan with every shipment, right? So Germany gets free cavalry units as every shipment comes in. Mm-hmm. The Cheyenne Rider, is that... I'm trying to remember. Is that like an anti-cav, or does he just want some sort of response for the inevitable Ulan push?
So as you can see, 2 Ulans with each shipment in H2, 3 for H3, 4 for H4. You are right. So there is a niche for the Cheyenne Rider, is that it's a heavy cav. So just as a comparison, a Hussar has 320 HP and 30 attack, just to give you an idea of why I'm saying this is bad. And this Cheyenne Rider is... Well, it's actually, you're right, it's a good answer to Ulans. Because it has a multiplayer against all cav. So it's doing okay-ish versus Ulans, but... Also something really interesting to note is that he could train that the second he hit H2. Because you can make the trading post in H1. You cannot train the unit, but you can prepare for that. And the interesting thing about that, he was able to grab that 320 XP treasure. So he essentially had a free shipment because of it. And look at that. He's taking another Cheyenne settlement. Does he have... Oh, wow. I never saw it coming. He has a native deck. All right.
The French are one of the civilizations that can do really strong things with natives. And the Cheyenne make a lot of sense here against Germany with that anti-cav bonus. I love this because I think this is the sort of strategy... This isn't a default. This is not a mindless, typical, just go meta kind of strategy. This is paying attention to your opponent, to the map, and having the deck ready for something special and unique. This is if Frontline wins this, it's going to be a really cool and well-earned win.
You know I can't root for a player, especially in Game 7. But if I could, that would be Frontline, because that's a hell of a strategy.
Yeah, that's my thing. I'm not rooting. Either player, whoever wins this deserves it. It's well fought. But you've got to give a tip of the hat. When a player pulls out strategies that are this unique, it's something special, and you love to cast it. Makes our job fun.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm sorry, I'm still baffled by the fact I'm seeing this unit and not just one badge. That's 3 badge now. This
is a Cheyenne army.
Like, Like that's persevering in your Cheyenne. I would say I don't know how to say your Cheyenne madness. Maybe it's gonna work. I don't know. That's amazing. I gotta say I'm so confused right now.
The question is JulianK confused? What do you do against, this Cheyenne rider push that you probably didn't see coming?
So something else that's super interesting. He researched Cheyenne hunting ground. This is a tech that gives you 12 bison, so 6,000 food, right under your TC. So 6,000 food, or if you look at last game, pretty much the entire Cascade range worth of food under your TC, and completely safe to gather at 1.35 food per second because you have CDBs. So Frontline is not going to run out of food anytime soon, and JulianK can even dispatch a few Uhlans to raid. The only thing he's going to achieve is just a smaller army. So really doubling down on its native strategy is really well played.
One thing I want to highlight here.
JulianK is housed. And
yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's a repeat of Game 1, where Frontline did the same thing. The Ottomans and the Germans are both particularly vulnerable to getting housed. And Frontline targeting the housing, bringing them down. This is a tough spot to be in if you're JulianK.
Oh, that's a catastrophe. And you can see he's trying so hard to get houses because, remember, because it comes with Uhlans, right now Germany cannot send shipments at all. So he managed to get 2 houses, like in a blink of an eye, and send 1 shipment.
Wow.
And look at that. Really trying his darndest, but right now JulianK is losing Uhlans after Uhlans, and these Cheyenne Rider were the play.
Yep.
That is...
What a fight.
So
I know that Germany's eco is idled right now. So undoubtedly, France has the better eco. What's the Ville count look like right now? 23
villages with 8, so 31 villagers equivalent, because settler wagons are worth 2 villages.
Right.
Against 28. So technically JulianK has the advantage, but, well, if your villagers are in the town center, they're not gathered.
Right.
And the thing is, JulianK is sending H3 shipment after H3 shipment, and sure, these shipments are insanely strong, but here's the thing. Whenever he's sending them, he's getting cleaned up by the army that's right there. And he has no resources other than his settler fighting, because he's not gathering anything. He's out of military production buildings. And Frontline sent native combat. You can see the Cheyenne Rider is buffed. Yeah, and this Cheyenne is looking really juicy right now. That's 24 times 1.5. This is a veteran Hussar against... effectively a veteran Hussar against other Cav. And you have the skirms, and... yeah, sure, JulianK survived, but at what costs?
Yeah, we see war wagons out for Germany, which makes sense. They are an anti-Cav unit of themselves, but they are pretty expensive, and I don't know that JulianK has the economy to be able to actually afford these guys sufficiently. Especially because, again, the Cheyenne Rider do bonus damage to Cav as well.
And all Cav, so that includes the war wagon.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, they include the war wagons, and war wagons are not that good at kiting. They have a very slow turn time. Yeah,
and they have melee resistance. So if these musketeers fire a volley on this war wagon, he's gone.
Right.
And again, Frontline just happy to spam, and look at the score. Slowly but surely going in Frontline's favor. And JulianK is now sending subpar shipments. 8 skirmishers is good, but now he's sending 7. You feel like he's trying to grasp at straws.
Right.
So, as amazing as it sounds, this Cheyenne Rider strategy, as we see a Cheyenne Riders killing a war against, well, I've now seen everything in my life. As we see JulianK just, I think there will be the last 10 with the skirms, and you can see right now he's trying to use the settler wagon to the best of his ability. But
yeah, he's doing what he can. But
yes.
Here come the skirmishers. Can they clean up this musketeer push? And what do you do against the Cheyenne Riders?
It's not going to matter because they counter cav, but they are heavy cav, so they counter skirmishers too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It makes me think that I don't even know if he had this in the deck. I think Doppels would have been a better choice.
Yes.
Try to just push him away.
It's in the deck, but 5 Doppels would have been amazing. And after coming so close to the reverse sweep, Frontline, JulianK losing the final match and Frontline taking it. Holy cow, what a game!
What a game indeed. Wow. What a play. Not just... first, again, I'll let you bring in your analysis of the actual match, because I think there's so much to talk about there. The Cheyenne Riders, the focusing down of the houses to get JulianK pop-capped. The strategies were there, and that was really amazing. But again, I just want to spotlight the psychological element. JulianK coming in, losing 3... he lost his first 3. Then won the second 3 and brought himself to that final point. My hat is off to him just for putting on a show, a clinic on how to run an AoE 3 best of 7 series. He did an amazing job. And then Frontline, winning the first 3 games in dominating fashion, really impressing us all. And then a loss, a very quick, immediate loss. A loss after that, and then a loss after that. And now coming into this final match, realizing if I don't win this, if I don't turn things around, it is game over. And then reaching into his back pocket and pulling out a strategy nobody saw coming and winning the final match. Incredible, just the psychological fortitude of both players. This was an awesome series to watch, an amazing series to cast.